What's pop-a-locking, you beautiful, beautiful people? Your boy, the Vuvuzela, is in the building. It's the final games of the season. A lot hinges on these two games that we're going to play. I think there's 4 games in total to the end of the season, but we'll talk about that in a second. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, haters, whoever you like. Join in on the fun. That is the Vuvuzela Challenge, episode 28. We're 28 episodes deep, and we haven't made much progress in terms of our goal of winning the Champions League, but we have an opportunity to get into Europe and take a huge step in that direction. Let's jump in the game. So I said we've got a huge opportunity to jump into the game and get that European spot. We're not going to be doing it through the Welsh Cup. We got knocked out of that by Barry Town after a very disappointing end to our season. We went to that playoff. We lost to Cardiff Met 3-1. We then drew with Harvard West County 1-1. We did bounce back with a 3-1 win over the New Saints. All that stands in our way at the moment of winning a trophy, at least, is beating Camerton Town in the Nathaniel MG Cup final. From what I've seen in the match rules, you don't get a European spot. It says winners qualify for the second round. So I'm guessing... Oh, wait, finals. Here we go. That's where I wanted to go. I'm like, winner prize. That's all you get. You don't get an opportunity to get into Europe winning this trophy. So at least, at least maybe we can win some money, which will be huge for us. But in terms of the actual league, as it stands, we're in the final stages. We are 1 point away from getting third spot. We are 4 points away from taking second spot. So the only way we can do it is if New Saints slip up twice in their last 2 games and we win our last 2 games. That is how it's going to run. In terms of the Welsh Cup, because we are going to keep an eye on the Welsh Cup, we need... is this the semi-final? Where's the other semi-final? New stage, thank you. We need Cardiff Met to win the Welsh Cup. Because if they win the Welsh Cup, then third place also gets a European spot in the league side. If Camerton Town, Pennybot, or Barry Town win the cup, we don't get that third spot unless Barry Town somehow manages to finish third, and then fourth place will get that opportunity. So there is connotations. We're all hoping for a Cardiff Met wins. We don't want all those Cardiff things. Right now, though, we are focusing on the Nathaniel MG Cup final, taking on Camerton Town. I've switched up the tactic a little bit. We had a couple of injuries and a couple of players leave on free transfers. Don't need to talk about them. It's French players that we don't really use. Guys like Park are out the door. We're trying to get rid of Flynn, Shattle, Cartwright, Kelly, Williams, and Pennington are all trying to leave. We're trying to get that wage budget down because we're currently over 200% over that wage budget. We really need to get that down if we want to make any sort of income for the transfer special, which at the moment is not looking great. But we'll talk about that at the end of the second game of the video. This is the formation. We're going 4-2-2 in possession, out of possession, exactly the same. The only difference is the wingers will track more, go central, and try and recover the ball from there. I've done this because we're trying to get the best out of Hunter and McNally, and we did get the best out of them in the game where we beat New Saints 3-1. McNally with 2 goals, Hunter with a goal. All of the assists came from either Hunter or McNally in that one. So it's been pretty much fantastic for us so far. So this is the team that is starting. It's Grossover, Williams, Tino, Campbell, Curtin, Wild, Bagley, Hall, Corns, McNally, and Hunter. Decided to drop Marriott. He's been a little bit underwhelming in the last few games, so we're giving him a rest, bringing in Wild to play as that advanced attacking midfielder, where Bagley will play as the midfield playmaker to provide goals for the target forward of McNally and the centre forward of Hunter. Out of possession, screening defender and a pressing midfielder that will allow Wilds to get up a little bit more. These guys will cut inside. The fullbacks and the centre backs stay as is, with being an outlet striker and a tracking back. So essentially, McNally will drop into this area, and Wild will increase into this area where Bagley will then cover this area. We're basically just stacking up that midfield area with players. Let's go to the game. It's proven to be a good result the last time we used the tactic. We won 3-1 against Newtown. Let's see what happens in this one. And kickoff is underway. Town have proven to be a little bit of a thorn in our side over the years. The likes of Brandy and Hottie and Owasu love to cause problems for us. Hopefully not too many problems, because we could really do with that £11,000 cash prize. Really help our financials a little bit. Hopefully some of that money can be put into the transfers, and then we can actually just jigger that to help the wage budgets a little bit as well. But like I said, it is a match that we need to win. We want to get some sort of silverware this season. Jones with a deep cross into Owasu, and it's a goal from Cameras. I hate this team. I honestly and truly hate this team. They are the villains in our story here in Wales. Jones with the ball in. I mean, who's supposed to be Williams? I mean, Williams, you got to be better. You got to do better, Williams. We're playing a more traditional I suppose traditional. It's a very FM24 type of tactic, a 4-2-4 type of style, but we just need to do so much better. Hottie finding Owasu, Brandy. Oh gosh. That is bad. Do we change? Do we go to the flat back three? It does provide us with better coverage. I'm gonna thing is, if we do that, we got to sacrifice Hunter or McNally up front. To do that in 24 minutes is a bit of a pain sake. Let's see what happens here though. Judd with the clearance, not as far as Curtin. Corns with the shot. Sam Corns. That's how you get back in a game. That is how you get back in a game. Let's go. Sam Corns. Take a bow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a finish. That's how you do it. Paul back in the squad as well, by the way, in case those guys didn't notice. Hasn't played well since his injury return. But in fairness, neither has Lewis in that position. So we're struggling a little bit on that right-hand side. But Corns on the left-hand side has stepped up when we needed him. And that is a brilliant goal to get us back in the game. I'm still deciding if I want to switch back to a 3 at the back. Like I said, if we do that, it does mean either McNally or Hunter will have to be sacrificed going forward. That's a beautiful ball from Hall to find McNally, who picks up Hunter, gets pushed in the box. That's a penalty. No doubts about it. Gemma, the referee, pointing to the spot. Hall will step up. He was our regular penalty kick taker before he got injured. Him and Bagley were 2 of the penalty kick takers we've used this season. Hall doesn't need to be asked twice. We're back in the game. That's what cup finals are all about. That was a beautiful little finish. I thought the keeper might have had. I thought Christie got a good hand to this, because it went straight down the middle. And I mean, Christie, question marks over the goalkeeping there, but Paul made sure. Paul absolutely made sure that we put that in the back of the net. By the way, this game is being played at our home state at Montgomery Water Latham Park, a neutral venue, which is 100 times smaller than any of the 2 teams that we have playing here. So I'm not sure why we didn't get that. We get a little bit of gate receipt money as well. I was hoping for a bigger stadium, more fans, although only 700 fans pitched up to I think it's a 5,000 seater stadium. It's actually a 2,000 seater stadium, because we've got the 5,000. And Cameras Town, I looked them up, they've got a 4,500 stadium. So a little bit annoyed that we only managed 762 people to come watch a cup final. But I mean, we're going to continue with the 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, whatever you want to call it. I'm not at panic stations yet. Hunter hasn't played well. McNally hasn't played well. You know what? Let's switch it up. Let's absolutely switch it up. We're going to go to this. We're going to switch it completely up. I am going to sacrifice Hunter. We're going to keep McNally on. Let me sort this all out. Hall and Corn swap sides. We've got Williams, Curtin, Bagley, Wild. That can stay. Hunter will be the sacrifice for Thomas. Ryan is still recovering from a minor knock. And then elsewhere, Wild hasn't played great. I'm going to bring on Mariette, and we're going to swap those two like we used to do most of the season as well. So just some fresh legs, new style, keep Cameron Town on their toes. If it does end in a draw, it goes automatically to penalty shootout. And I'll be honest, other than Hall and Bagley, we don't really have great penalty kick takers. So that makes me a little bit nervous. Let's shout demand more. Let's shout demand more. Give us more, guys. We need that second goal. Or third goal, I guess. You know what? Williams hasn't played well. Williams is not a great penalty kick taker. Neither is James, to be fair. But James can maybe become a little bit better. Willis is a good penalty kick taker. And do I sacrifice... You know what? This might be controversial. But we're going to push Hall back to right back. Put Lewis up front. This is a tactic. With 7 minutes left to go, it's either going to blow up in my face completely, or it's going to allow me to have a third penalty kick taker that I think could easily slot in a goal in penalties, because it's looking like it's going to penalties. Oh, no. No, ref. You've gone 30 seconds over. That's not fair. Not like this. Not like this. Grossover gets the clearance, not far. Brandy clears it. Referee blows the whistle. It's penalties. All right. Let's sort out my penalty kick takers. Well, Bagley's going to come in there. Obviously, Lewis is going to come in there. McNally will come in there. Mariette will come in there. And then we just go down the list. Because the rest all have one penalty kick taker. Some of them have nice composure, which is great. But Marcel Hall will take... You know what? I'm going to make Marcel take the third penalty. I'm going to let Bagley take the first one because he's got the most composure. In fact, fourth. And then we'll let Lewis McNally take the last one. There's going to be Bagley, Lewis, Mariette, Hall, Lewis. How can Lewis take two? That should be McNally, right? What is going on here? Why is there two Mark Lewises? Okay, well, I think one of the Mark Lewises will take a penalty. I don't know if he's allowed to take two, but I guess that's a slight bug. Pick your spot, relax. Let's switch up the camera angles. Hey, behind goal. That is always the best one to watch penalties on. Daw will step up. Daw will take a strike. Grossover got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Daw stepped up easily for that one. Bagley running down from the top. This always takes so long. Just the setup for penalty kicks. It's always so long. Bagley puts it in. Here we go. Like I said, ever reliable penalty kick taker is Bagley. All right. Grante stepping up for them, or Grant. I don't know if there's a little accent on the E. We'll go with Grante. Grossover has yet to save a penalty in his career so far for us. He does now, though. Grossover with the save. That is what we love to see. Let's go. Mariette. He's been on poor form. He needs to slot these penalty home. Decent penalty kick taker. Can he step up? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Put all the pressure on them now. Neil stepping up for them. Grossover. He's got one save already to his name. We can make that second. It makes our lives so much easier. Grossover steps up to the wrong side, and Neil puts it in the back of the net. All right, this is either McNally or Lewis. It's not supposed to be Hall. Hall was number 4. It's changed my order. Hall stepping up. Hall scores another penalty. That's his second of the game. He wasn't supposed to take the third one. He was supposed to take the fourth one. I don't like how it's changed now, which means Lewis and McNally will take the last two. Hopefully, McNally's on number 5 and Lewis is on number 4. So that's how it should... Well, McNally will be on 4, actually. I hope that. Owasu with his penalty puts it in. Pressure's back on us. We don't know who's taking it. It could be Lewis, could be McNally, could be anyone else, really, who the game decides. It's going to be Lewis, so McNally will take the 5th one, I hope. I was hoping for McNally for 4. That's what I did. I put Lewis at 5. Lewis at 3. It's all messed up. Lewis scores. It was supposed to be Lewis, Hall, McNally. That was the order, but Lewis does score. The final penalty might not even matter if Grossover can save Judd's penalty. It's all over. We don't need to worry. It's all on Grossover. Stepping up. Takes the wrong side and Judd puts it in. It's all going to fall onto the man who has led our striking. No! No! Where's McNally? Oh my goodness. It's not supposed to be Curtin. Curtin. Okay, well, I'm happy. Curtin has done it for us. It was not supposed to be him, but he's done it. He has secured us a cup final. We have a trophy. We get a trophy lift. Let's go. There you go. There's the MG Nathaniel Cup. And there's me looking in like, sleek in a t-shirt. I know a lot of people don't like the t-shirt look, but you know what? We casual, yeah. We casual. We casual. I mean, I could have worn a suit for this occasion, I guess. But we are going to step up. Mariette, who is not lifting the trophy for some reason, is going to lift the trophy either way. Confetti from the sky. Celebrate the victory. We've won a trophy. I'll take it. I will absolutely take that. It's a trophy. Now comes the nitty-gritty. We've got one game off camera. Here we go. We've got one off camera. We need to win that game. We've got Colway Bay, and then we've got Barry Town in our final game. We'll be back for the Barry Town game. We'll talk all about the connotations, everything that could possibly happen. We'll be back for that. Currently 1 point ahead of us in second place. For second and third both get UEFA Conference League. So if we beat Barry Town, we make it to the Conference League. We make it into Europe. We get that money boost. It is important that we get it. If we don't beat them, and we can only muster a draw, we've got to hope that New Saints then loses. And that's the only other option that we have. Just for reference, New Saints take on Harvardsford West County in 5th place. And if they win and we lose, then they could take that 3rd spot. So there's a lot to play for. There's a lot to play for. We're taking on Barry Town. It's been over a month since our last game. I did have some friendlies just to keep the guys match fit, although it doesn't seem like it worked because, I mean, only Hall and Roberts kept their fitness levels good. We aren't going to use Roberts, though. Bring in back Mariette, who was minor injury, but this is the team that is starting. It's going to be Grossover in goals. Williams, Tino, Campbell, Curtin, Bagley, Mariette, Hall, Corns, McNally, and Hunter. I'm going with this tactic to start off the game. It has produced a lot of goals for us. In context, Hall with 19 goals, Corns with 15 goals, McNally with 20 goals, and then Lewis has pitched in with 13 goals as well. So we have scored a lot of goals. Big shout out to Curtin with 17 assists from that left-hand side. You know what? Looking at those stats, we've got to go with this one. We absolutely have to go with this formation. I mean, it's produced the most goals for us. Unfortunately, that does mean Hunter won't start and Ryan will come in there. Yeah, we've got to start with this. There's no doubt about it. I'm looking at the goals scored. Most of these goals and assists have come through that. Unfortunately, we will be losing Curtin, at least for now, because he doesn't want to sign a new contract. He's waiting to see the future. Grossover is wanted by Viking FC. or just Viking in Norway, which, I mean, it's not good. He's been a very, very good goalkeeper for us. 13 clean sheets, 35 conceded in 34 games. He's been very good. He is valued at £14,000, and I mean, if we can get £14,000, that's a big boost. How much wages is he on? 440 as well, so it would help the wage bill a bit, but we're not considering that right now. We've got a game. We're taking on Barry Town. Let's go to the game. McNally to Bagley. Campbell. Curtin. This is the kickoff highlight. It's not going to happen much, but I've decided to go with this tactic. I think we need to go with this tactic. It's produced the most goals for us. We've beaten Barry Town with this tactic before. They are a little bit of a thorn in our side, to be completely honest. I will keep this up a little bit to see New Saints are winning 1-0. So, as it stands, we need to win. There we go. Just got the confirmation. New Saints scored. Mariette. Let's go. Corns gets dispossessed. It's a penalty. Hall is waiting on the penalty spot. He's like, I'm going to take it. There's no two ways about it. 15 or 14, 12 seconds in. Hall is stepping up against their goalkeeper, against Kaiser, and he scores! Marcel Hall has put us 1 foot in the Europa Conference League qualifiers. That is brilliant. I mean, even getting into the qualifiers produces a huge amount of money, especially for a club at our level, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is a good start. It's a brilliant start, actually. It's where we want to be. We just expand the table. You can see that now puts us into 3rd place. And as you can see, the little green line, it means we do get Europa Conference League, because Cardiff Met, I think, are going to win or have won the FA Cup, or the Welsh Cup, rather, not the FA Cup. Hammond, Patton, Odegon, Millis, of course, Barry Town. All they need is a draw. But they've given the ball away, yeah, and Corns now pushing forward. Can make us a 2-0 cushion. Goes over the top, launches it up, and I mean, he saw Kaiser a little bit off his line. I don't know if that was the right decision from Corns. I feel like you had McNally and Hall just lurking on the edge of the box there. Their striker, Smith, has picked up an injury. I wonder why they're not playing that other guy. What's his name? Was it Barry? No, it's Camerton Town. Yeah, never mind. Thought it was that Barry, the guy that kept scoring against us at a different club. So far, moving in towards half-time with about 2 minutes left to play of regular time. And now 2 minutes of stoppage time. I was going to say we're going to move in 1-0, but the time allotted has been spent. Campbell looking for options. Finds, okay, that's an absolute annoying highlight that they decided to play for us for no apparent reason whatsoever. Happy with the number of shots. Keep it going, boys. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. We are doing great. I mean, doesn't matter if you win by an inch or by a mile. A win is a win, but there's a kickoff highlight that's not ending, which I mean something is going to happen. Mills. Grattan. To Sinclair Brown. Back to Mills. Back to Grattan. Playing the little triangles at the moment now. Mills to Odegon. Pushing it out wide to Thomas. And Curtin easily dispossesses Thomas there. And now Campbell looking through the midfield with Mariette. Curtin's pass was terrible. Patton read that like a book. And that goes over the top. Sinclair Brown. Smith with the shot. Maybe the injury hampered him a little bit. In that sense, Grosvenor with the goal kick to Campbell. Goes long, looking for McNally, who doesn't even make an attempt to header it. But they've given the ball back to us through Bagley. And now Hall, our only goal scorer for the moment. Williams, who's just signed a new contract, by the way, and then decided to skip training to celebrate. Corns with the header! That would have eased my nerves a little bit. There's another highlight straight after. That's 3 highlights right in a row. We haven't had a break. Cameron. Kipper. Smith. Crunchy. Kipper. This is good. Play from the winger. that is resulting in a goal for Barry Town. Got to encourage the players a little bit. Curtin hasn't really put in a good shift. We're picking him up about how many assists he's had this season. He's just not performing at the moment. I think we need to get some fresh legs on there and hopefully do something. Curtin is the one going to come off. We're going to bring in James and switch those two around. Elsewhere, I'm looking at the likes of Corns, who hasn't really put in a good shift. The Corns will come off. We'll bring on Vine. He's actually played quite well when called upon, although his body language is looking aggressive, which I don't know if I like that. Just those two subs for now. Help that left-hand side out a little bit. We desperately need a goal. We desperately, desperately need a goal. Because as it stands, we are not in that European spot. I'm going to go very attacking. And with that, as we did it, we get a highlight. They're going to go forward for it. Thomas finds pattern. There's some holes in the defense now because we are going very attacking. Does cause a lot more players to push up. Sinclair Brown, keeper, takes the long range shot. Grossover gets a good hand to it. I think he saw it late as well, which is good. And demand more from the team as well. We need to get something out of this game. I'm going to bring on that second striker. We need to do something, like I said. We absolutely need to do something. It will be Ryan. Is it Ryan who's had a worse game? Yeah, Ryan's probably had the worst game out of everyone. Although Campbell's not great, but you know what, Campbell, you will be sacrificed. Hunter, come in there. Swap those two around. Mentality, very attacking. Route 1 style. Let's go for it. We need to do something. Route 1, let's go. Maybe it produces something, maybe it doesn't. The switch information has given a highlight for Barrytown. And Smith is now through. Ryan with the clearance, not a great clearance. Smith has options. Ryan goes... Thought Smith went down in the box and was going to give a penalty. Vine can't win the header though. Thomas bringing it forward. Smith for them. That's our European hopes gone. With 5 minutes left to play, an injured player scores the winner against us. And it's going to add more humiliation to us now. I mean, we have to stay full attacking. We can't hold back now. Dobby, Marriott will clear as far as Odegan. Patton, Odegan, Thomas. Smashes it up in the upright. I suppose that's the crossbar, not the upright, but launching it forward to no one in particular, and that's going to be that. Once again, no more European football for the Nomads. Because even a draw now is not going to be enough. New Saints are still winning their game. And this is going to end in just utter disappointment. There you go. I don't... Yeah, I guess we've got to talk about the elephant in the room as well. We've got no money to actually have a proper transfer special. We can't really sign anyone. We've 200% over our wage budget. We're letting a lot of players go. We're going to have to rely on youngsters next season. 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. Absolutely disappointment. Absolutely disappointment. That is all that it is. Just annoying. Wait, did I read that correctly? Nomads qualify for European place playoff. Huh? What does that mean? Have qualified for European place on the JD Premier League. We'll certainly look back at some of the great ways played along. Da 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 da. We have secured safe passage through European place playoff. Did we get Europe? Or did we just secure a playoff spot? I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to advance the board have set the new wage budget. They've given me some wage. I was going to click continue once and see what happens. Am I in Europe or am I in a playoff spot to get into Europe? I am so confused. I hope you guys are also confused. It hasn't added more games. So I think we're in Europe. I guess we'll find out together in the next episode. Because I'm confused. Hope you guys enjoyed that video and hope you guys aren't as confused as I am. Yeah. We'll find out next episode what happens. Hit like, subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Join in on the fun that is the Vuvuzela world. Your boy the Vuvuzela is out here. Peace. Chicken grease.